Well, good morning. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. It's a little too cold but to do any air conditioning services, so I'm taking advantage of the rain that's moving in, and we're planting some tomatoes. We're going to have one whole row of better boys. I think I'll have enough, and there's still some at the road. One, they're getting tall. Now, some of them are a bit leggy. I've already planted them, but even if they're just this tall, just break off these little leaves down here and bury the whole stem. These little hairs, while not all of them are future roots, some of them are. So we're going to break off all these little ones here without breaking the main stem. There you go. Now you plant it that deep, and that's a lot of future root growth. I was going to mention, did you ever have any blossom end rot last year where you have a bloom and at the bottom tomato it starts rotting? That's usually, not always, usually either a calcium deficiency or a magnesium deficiency. So I use antacids. 750s are what I got. I put 2 or 3 in there. Last year I used 1,000 milligrams. Done fine. And then you get some Epsom salt. And just sprinkle that in. Add your little water to the soil to help get that stuff started. That's good to go. Now for ease of planting, I've got an auger. This one's a little longer than what you usually see online. This one's made for trapping, but it works really good. You ain't gonna be able to see because I ain't got no mount out here. I usually turn it sideways first to dig me out a trench. And then I'll just pull it out from the middle outward. I'll bring you over here and let you see it in a minute. Yeah, so we got it trenched out like this. And I loosen up a little bit more to give its roots something to start growing into. Now we're gonna, let's see if I can do this right here. So, tums first into the soil. Usually take about 3, smells good. There's 3 right there. Now I take a little Epsom salt, which you're sitting on here. Not much, just probably like 2 tablespoons. I like that. Sprinkle it down in there. And then we're gonna put the flower in. The tomato. Well, technically, it is blooming, so I guess you would say it's in the flower stage. So let's see what kind of roots growth we got here. Oh boy, look at all them roots ready to run. Ooh-wee. Now, while they are somewhat tall, I just started these things less than 2 months ago. That's pretty good. So we're gonna lay it right in here. This part's gonna be from like here up, it's gonna be sticking out of the ground. Now I'm gonna take a little dirt and fill in right underneath the stem there. Now a couple of them I did put tomato cages on them already, but these here I'm probably just gonna wait. They'll slowly bend themselves up toward the sun. That way you know about where to put it at. So now we're gonna water it. Handy dandy onboard watering system. We're gonna wet all the soil here. Wet all the soil of the plant and surrounding dirt. This dirt's dry, but they call for more rain. Now, we're just gonna start filling in the dirt. Finer, better is no weeds, if I can help it. And what I like to do is sort of make a ramp here for water runoff to come, and it'll, get down in here. This may not bite quite deep enough, but you know, it's kind of already in the ground. Ain't really do much now. Make a little runoff here so it can run off into this area here. That's just me. And then put a sort of a bank on this side to help hold that water. And then we're gonna water it again. Put your your little tag there so you know what it is. And one reason I'm doing this today is to make sure the ducks don't get into it. If the ducks come down here between now and next week and eat all my tomato plants, we're gonna be eating a lot of duck here soon, or sell them or something. So that's one reason I'm going ahead today, before all the other plants come out, is I'm gonna go ahead and see if they're gonna mess with my tomato plants. If they do, we may have some ducks for sale, y'all. Well, I know some of you may say, well, why don't you fence them out? Well, then how am I gonna get the tractor in? That's trying to work smarter, not harder. You know what I mean? So I'm planting tomatoes today, this row anyway. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to go. Now, that'll be all my better boys from the greenhouse that's left over for us. There's still plenty at the road. So if you want to come get some plants today or tomorrow, now it's Thursday, they're calling for some pretty heavy wind, severe weather, stuff like that. Everything will come back up to the greenhouse. But if you still want plants, just stop by. You can pick them out of the greenhouse. We're just trying to protect my investment by putting them in the greenhouse, shelter them basically, until the winds calm down, and then probably first part of next week before the wind lays down enough so I can put them back out. So if you still want plants, just message the farm page or come on by and we'll get you some plants. So y'all have a great day. Later.